Now let's get to work on playlist tags. Previously we have shown list of tags in this area, and by the way we also have to show list of tags in the left sidebar. So I would suggest to create another store for managing tag objects. Right here let's create new file tags.ts, and for now I'm going to copy all the logic from the playlist store because those stores will be pretty similar. The only difference will be in data for now. Alright, so in here let's replace all mentions of the playlist with tags, including store name. This interface is going to represent tag objects. Each of those objects will have two fields, identifier as well as name. And down here we'll have to return this array of tags to the outside world. Let's open up browser and inspect array of components to see which component currently contains all the tags that are shown in the left sidebar. As you can see, the component is called tag list. I'm going to open up this component in the editor. So for now each tag is just a simple string, but we're going to turn each tag into an object with two fields, ID and name. So I'm going to quickly populate this array with dummy data for each tag. And once that is done, let's copy over an example of using store from playlist grid component and move it inside tag list component, because inside of this component we're going to have to fetch list of tags from the tag store. So right here let's remove the old array of tags, do all necessary modifications since we're working with tag store, and once we'll read all the tags data, we'll already iterate over the array of tags, but just because each tag is an object now instead of a simple string, we'll have to reference proper fields in here and right here where we're showing tag name. So inside PNS section of Vue DevTools we're seeing another store tags, and all those tags we have successfully read from the store inside tag list component. As a next step, we're going to bind some tags to particular playlists and list those tags inside of each playlist card component. And to do so, I'm going to add additional field into playlist object that will be called tag IDs. It is going to be an array of tags that is associated with a particular playlist. So I'm going to quickly go over each playlist object in this array and add tag IDs field with random identifier of tags. And then let's open up playlist grid item component, which represents playlist card. And since we have previously changed tags property on tag IDs, here we also have to do same modification. This property is now array of numbers. Later on we can do some refactoring and extract all types into a separate file to be able to reuse them in different files without having to repeat same modifications many times. So now that we have a list of tag IDs that we can get from the playlist object, it's time to fetch those tags by IDs from the store. And in order to do it, we'll have to declare a function, which I'm going to call getTags by ID directly within the store. The function is going to take array of tag IDs, and then I'm gonna call function filter to return only those tags, the identifiers of which are present inside the IDs array. Now, to be able to call this function getTags by ID from outside, we still have to add this function reference into this object. And this way we can destructure this function in the component and call it right here. This function expects array of tag IDs, which we can fetch from tag IDs property of the playlist. We can even write all of that in the same line, like so. Since we're getting a list of tags, let's rename this variable on simply tags. And right here, where we are iterating over a list of tags, let's use proper variable name tags. And just because each tag is represented as an object instead of a string, we'll have to reference proper fields in here and right here where we display tag name. And after doing all of that, in the browser we're seeing that each playlist card contains list of tags that we have fetched from the store by using tag identifiers. Link to the source code of this lesson will be, as always, in the video description.